recently from Dallas. Let's go to that tape and watch it.
A while back, I never would have said that you would see this man against the Von Erich, but indeed we have. A sad situation it is. As Kerry tries to pull away from King Kong as he has it in that bear hug. Kerry now finally with a drive and knocks King Kong away, and the fans roar. Thought maybe Hussein would come in, but he will not. But the tag is made, and here comes a very refreshed Kevin Von Erich to work over King Kong. First the left, the right, now the flying elbow drop. And the flying drop kick does King Kong in, and down he goes. And Kevin over to hit Hussein, and back he goes with King Kong. Kevin Von Erich in and really ready to go after that tag, but now King Kong is able to hold back Kevin Von Erich. As the two roughhouse in exchange blows near the center of the ring. As Hussein begins, leaps off the ring, snapping Kevin's head off that top rope. Hussein in now tagging King Kong, and here comes the Honorable again. Hussein, of course, very happy working with Gary Hart. Hussein has success in working with Kabuki. Kabuki, of course, the man Fritz Von Erich is waiting for the chance to really do in, just completely wipe out. They pay Kabuki for the favor he did Fritz when he knocked 20% of his eyesight away. As you see, Kerry Von Erich there, very intense in his corner. As Hussein is now working over Kevin Von Erich in this near corner. Now Kevin comes back with a big right to Hussein. The Von Erich rivalry against Gary Hart and Kabuki, and now Bundy and Hussein in the picture against him. As Kevin now comes out of the corner, able to take charge somewhat. Hussein into the ropes and back, and Kevin is there and waiting. With the big headlock, and the iron claw on the forehead, but look out, here comes King Kong, knocking Kevin away, but not before Kerry comes to the rescue to throw King Kong away. And you know it takes strength to be able to push King Kong away like that. Hussein now with a big knee drop. 1, 2, and Kevin knocked away. And here comes Kevin over to deliver a big shot into midsection, but not before King Kong can retaliate. Crowd is really into this match. Hussein there with King Kong there, back Kerry, or Kevin rather, into that turnbuckle area. Gary Hart slinking around on the near side of your picture. And there's Kerry keeping his eye on Gary Hart. And now Kevin with a big blow against both King Kong and Hussein. And here comes the refreshed Kerry with the big foot with Hussein. And now the left, the right again. King Kong takes some punishment as Hussein now comes back and tries to grab Kerry. And here comes Kevin across from the ring. Boy, this is a match that is hard to keep control of. David Manning and Bronco Lubitz really having their work cut out for them. As now Hussein gets Kerry pinned in the turnbuckle there with the knees and starts working over his chin and his chest with that big shoe. Finally, the referee is able to restrain Hussein as Kerry staggers back only to have King Kong administer some more punishment. Oh, and there goes Kerry over that top rope, and the fans are yelling for the disqualification now as Kevin comes around to work over Hussein before he can get to Kerry. As Kevin now back with Hussein again. As you see King Kong over the top rope trying to grab a hold of Kevin, and oh, as Kevin ever slammed into that stairway as King Kong goes back to work on Kerry. Hussein back up now. Boy, this is a wild match. Almost totally out of hand. There goes Bundy across as Kerry now off the ropes, the flying body slam, yes! And King Kong up with the knees to knock Kerry away. 1, 2, and finally Kerry, with nothing but sheer strength, knocks King Kong away. Woo, what a match. The fans begin to chant and roar for Kerry Von Erich. King Kong with the body slam against Kerry. And King Kong thinks he's in the driver's seat. There you see Hart on the left side shouting instructions. Up and again with a body slam. And King Kong is ready to bring Hussein back into the picture. Hussein can be an attorney if he likes, but he says he'd rather be a wrestler. And there now as the iron claw is buried into the midsection. Kerry with all his might, holding on to that midsection, and look at Hussein in anguish. Kerry was down, and the iron claw came to his rescue. Hussein almost paralyzed now as Kerry continues. Look at him work that midsection over. But look out, here comes King Kong, but Kevin comes into the picture to back him away. David Manning restraining Kevin now as the claw is broken in the center of the ring as Hussein comes back and tops Kerry with a big right. Hussein up and takes Kerry again over to the ropes and pins him up and begins stomping in that chest again. And there comes Kevin in with a drive against Hussein's back, trying to rescue his brother. Hussein back to work on Kerry Von Erich. And oh, look at that kick against the shoulder and the chest, and Hussein falls back. Kerry working him over with the right. As the two slug it away. Kerry now back with the dance from the right. And again the spinning right, and boy, Hussein really felt that one. You could hear that pop all over the county. Here comes King Kong back, and Kerry is ready. Turns up the right again. The big roundhouse blow. King Kong tries to fight back, but Kerry is still there. Again. Oh, what fellowship that is. Kerry is really in high gear. What an impressive show he's putting on. What talent he has. King Kong now backing him into the corner as Hussein raises his hands, illustrating that he's not involved. As Hart slinks around trying to see if he can get things going. As now King Kong back with a big elbow. He drops against Kerry's head. Tell you what, Gary Hart, I have to admit, really has the team going. And the body slam goes down, up and over. The big flying mare as Kerry goes up and over the head of King Kong. Gary Hart really has the team now. The likes of Kabuki with the speed, the quickness, the martial arts. Oh, and Bundy takes the knee and goes down. And here comes Kevin in now, refreshed and ready to go. Kabuki, the quickness, the martial arts against King Kong, and the flying drop kick. There's Hussein in. Bundy, of course, with the size, the weight. There goes Kevin off the rope. The flying body pins Hussein down. Two, and Hussein knocks Kevin away at the last minute. As Gary Hart continues to work with King Kong on the near side of the ring. And there's the pointed toe in the chest. Hussein up with Kevin in the body slam as he goes down. And Hussein thinks he's in high gear. Up, over, and he misses with the rollover drop. Hussein missing with a rollover there, and here goes Kevin onto the rope, Porter style. See what he's waiting on there as Hussein tries to get to his feet. Kevin up in the air now, waits on Hussein to stagger. Oh, look at that move as the body slam goes down. What a great move that was by Kevin. 2, 3, and Kevin Von Erich does it on Hussein. But look out, King Kong has the hold of Kerry. Here's Kevin back again, working on King Kong's back. Another drive, and finally Kerry is knocked away. So Kevin wins the match, but the action is not over yet. Giovanelli again ringing the bell for all it's worth, but to no avail as Kerry comes in to rescue Kevin this time and work on King Kong. Things are getting worse by the minute, and the double flying drop kick, and rather King Kong going down. The double flying drop kick as the two synchronize their moves, and King Kong goes down as Gary Hart tries to pull him out of the ring. Kevin and Kerry Von Erich win the match. And the crowd roars on its feet. People standing with their ovation. There are your winners, the brothers, Kerry and Kevin Von Erich, doing in Armand Hussein and King Kong Bundy. As the winners.